Hey guys, welcome back to another video of MLBB Guides. Today we'll be talking about the hero GLOO.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
GLOO's passive is called Stick Stick. Every time he uses a skill on an enemy hero, they gain 1 stack of sticky, which decreases their movement speed and reduces the damage that they deal to GLOO. GLOO's first skill deals damage in a straight line and leaves behind a goo, which deals damage and immobilizes enemies when it explodes. GLOO can also walk over the goo to explode it and deal damage to the enemies. GLOO's second skill makes him stretch forward and deal damage to enemies and immobilizing them for 0.5 seconds. If this skill hits a goo from its first skill, then GLOO will charge over to the goo and drag enemies along with it. GLOO's ultimate skill splits himself into 12 for 10 seconds and can deal damage to enemies it runs into. GLOO also heals himself when he is in this form. If an enemy has full sticky stacks, GLOO can attach himself to the hero and damage the enemy. If he can kill the enemy while he's attached, the cooldown of the ult is reduced to 6 seconds. GLOO is a very easy to use tank, but can also be sometimes found in the EXP lane due to its relatively high damage and sturdiness. It functions best as a tank, however, due to its CC skills and its ability to zone out enemies. GLOO is very effective against melee heroes because of the fact that most of his skills are close range and his ultimate relies on being near the enemy in order to deal its maximum effect. It's not very good against mobile heroes that can escape his ultimate and then run away from him so that he cannot use his sticky stacks. These are my builds and emblem for GLOO. On tanks that use a lot of mana, I like to build Thunderbelt so that I can slow my enemies as well as have mana regen. Magic Helmet is especially useful on GLOO because he can proc the Magic Helmet effect when he's using his ultimate, when he's moving around the enemy and when he's attached to the enemy. Lastly, using Oracle will also help with his ultimate because he regens more health when he's in his ultimate form. And now without further ado, let's get into the gameplay.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
I think the most useful blessing in the entire game is the Encourage blessing because it makes your entire team stronger. But for GLOO, one good blessing is also the Dire Hit blessing, so when you use your ultimate and deal enough damage to the enemy, you can possibly kill the enemy and then reducing your cooldown of your ult. When you're a tank trying to help your hyper take the jungle, there's no need to always wait until the final moment to help them take the buff, because they can do the last hit themselves. So once you've done your part, go around and roam and try to secure the Little Wanderer if it's not secured yet, or try to contest and try to poke the enemy if you needed to. When you see that the enemy team has started rotating, it is a sign that you should too. Try to go towards the lane that you anticipate them to gank so that you can try to help out the lane over there. As a tank, always try to be the first one to initiate so that the enemies will use their skills on you. In this case, the troll uses his ult on me, so the marksman did not be scared and can actually come in to help to kill the enemy.
Your team destroyed the turret. Killing spree.
As a tank, you always need to make the decision of who to help and who to gank. In this case, I saw that my marksman was having a bit of problem with Cho, so I decided to go over to help her so that she can farm a little bit easier. As I said before, Glue regains HP when damage is dealt to him while he is attached to an enemy. However, this is not the case for turrets, so as you can see, I died right here because the turret was killing me.
Attack the turtle.
So here you can see I'm doing what a tank needs to do all the time, which is zoning out the enemies and trying to poke them as much as I can. So I'm zoning them out so that my hyper can safely take the turtle so that they don't come near and try to steal it from us. When you use Glue's ult, don't always try to attach yourself to the first person that you see because a better target can come along. So here I purposely didn't ult the tank because I knew that he was gonna die. I decided to go instead for the Natalia.
You have slain an enemy. Ally has
Please don't do what I did here and look at the equipment screen for too long because you will lose sight of what is actually happening on the map. When you don't know what to do as a tank, you can constantly just roam around and provide vision for your team.
Your team destroyed the turret. Slain. Mega kill.
So in this case, I saw that the enemies were all still quite dead, so I decided to go into my ultimate mode to heal myself so that I didn't need to recall back to base.
Your team destroyed the turret. Push third. Keep an eye on the map. Unstable network.
You don't always have to help your hyper take the buff in the early game, but if you see that your hyper is a marksman or a buff reliant hyper such as Penny or Link, maybe it's a good idea to help them so that you can reduce the amount of time that they need to get their first buff. Sorry about that.
Enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat.
One lesson that I learned from this fight is that I should always check the grass near the turtle, no matter whether or not it seems like there's anyone there. I didn't expect the tiger to be there, and if he had come out at a different time, he would have managed to steal the turtle. When your ultimate form, use your first skill, then your second skill. If you use your second skill first, you're never gonna get out, especially once you go on power. And that's it for today's gameplay. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe and comment what other heroes you would like me to play in the comments below.